Welcome back to more me getting fucked in the ass with a dildo.
If I kill the god of light, I become the goddess of death.
Time's trial awaits. Your worth as a goddess.
Whatever happens, you will die. The chaos will be your grave. Take this!
No traitor. No traitor. Purification is nigh.
You cannot change your fate. Take this! Whatever happens, you will die.
Purification is nigh.
I just started my first attack and I couldn't back out of it. It just seems like sometimes you can back out of doing something, sometimes you can't. I don't know.
The chaos will be your grave. Now, feel my... Take this!
Spirit.
Humanity will be the final victor.
Overcome it.
Whatever
No
happens,
traitor.
we do. Now, feel my strength! We do not accept your rule.
Purification is nigh. No traitor.
I didn't. Fuck, why did I do that?
Shut them dead.
I will win, even if it kills me. Humanity will be the final victor.
Rejoice in the light.
I will win, even if... You're taking the new world. I will win, even if it kills me.
Just all falling apart here.
Rejoice in the light.
All falling apart. Oh my god.
You have proven yourself, but the real battle is really beginning.
So,
Just need to go ahead and use an
this
activation.
is the true face of God. Humanity will be the final victor. Our future belongs to us. You cannot change your fate. We do not accept your rule. The chaos will be your grave.
Man, I really just need to let these load. Fuck. How the fuck is Deprotect already gone? What? I used it twice. Fuck me.
You cannot. You cannot change your fate. The future belongs to us.
What?
Take this!
I don't think he's ever gone into this form with those spheres still floating around.
You cannot change your fate.
Let's try and stay as close to him as possible. And let's see what kind of damage Dancing Mad does here. I don't know. Maybe it's just I've always had low enough HP where Dancing Mad has always killed me. Like the first time he does Dancing Mad, that's as much damage as it's gonna do. I think it also, well, I mean, because I think it also helps that it goes a long way that I go to the garb that I'm using the Ultima Shield with. So that helps too.
Now! The chaos will be your grave. You're taking the new world. We do not accept your rule. Whatever happens, you will die. You will suffer! I will win, even if it kills me.
Well, here we go again. Alright, living the truth here.
You cannot change your fate.
not sure if Heavy Guard is actually helping or not. But yeah, it does seem like if I just switch to the Garb or the Schemata that I have the Ultimate Shield on. Just Heavy Guard anyway, just to be safe. Okay. Cool.
Come to your god. Born.
You're fighting the goddess of death now.
Wretched fool.
Our future belongs to us. God is dead!
Mighty vengeance is mine to deliver.
Belongs to us.
Delightful, transcendent.
I will win, even if it kills me.
Wretched fool!
Drown in chaos!
Drown in it!
Beauty of obliteration.
Yeah. Do I have more Heavy Guards? I think I might try and... If I can get her done in this fight, I might just try having all 3 Heavy Guards.
The chaos will be your grave.
Watch block last second.
Yeah. Now.
That's smart. He's yet to use his ultimate move. Definitely don't want to heal if I can help it. Here he goes. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. Ultimate death move.
I can't.
Ouchie, ouch. Okay, let's try and kill him before he does that shit again.
Up. We cannot give up.
Couldn't block it. I was committed to the fucking combo and I couldn't block it.
Now, feel my strength. Take this. The chaos will be yours.
Feel like I should have blocked that.
Drown in chaos.
Here we go.
We do not accept your rule.
resist?
Couldn't block. He just hit me at times I cannot fucking block.
You cannot give up.
Light of God is power. Wretched fool.
Now!
Come to me, my
Future belongs to
stars.
us.
You resist? You dare to
Alright, moment of fucking truth. It took me way too long to get to this fucking point.
resist?
What the fuck?
You tried to take on humanity.
Go, 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 go. It's not gonna be enough, is it? I don't know. What am I doing wrong here?
Now, feel my strength! This is your grave! Humanity.
Just stay like this forever. It's kind of hard for Blitz to hit. It's kind of hard for Blitz to hit. Fuck! If I could hit, if Blitz would just fucking hit.
We do not accept you.
Oh my god, that's what's gonna fucking fuck me.
You're taking the new world. Now, feel my strength!
But yeah, see how he stays like this for a long ass time?
Our future belongs to us. This is your grave!
If only I had some ethers, man. If I had one fucking ether.
Take this! I will win, even if it kills me. Now, feel my strength!
And he's, oh my god, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Whatever happens, you will die.
Is power. There is a heaven for you.
Drowning chaos!
Also found a trick to how to block that better. Like like as soon as the camera focuses on lightning, you want to try and block then, and you should be able to guard it. If you guard anytime sooner than that, I'm guessing it won't work. But yeah, fuck, dude, I can't fucking stagger him anymore. Damn it! I really thought I was gonna fucking just whittle him down till he was dead right there. Of course, Blitz doesn't fucking hit him 2/3 of the time. If Blitz would have just hit him at all times, it'd be over. Game over. I've beaten it. But nope. I don't think I can fucking do damage to him now. I think it's back to how it was, and I can't do no damage. I can't even fucking hit him. Yeah, fuck me. That sucks. Gonna have to redo this whole fight. I need to fucking find the ether is what I need to do. Good luck doing that. This is some shit.
your rule. I've got to recover here.
I don't want to just give up, but I just don't know what I can fucking do here. I can't stagger him without fucking using overclock.
Drowning chaos!
Like, I straight up just cannot stagger him without using overclock. It's fucking possible. I couldn't fucking get the guard out in time.
Almighty vengeance is mine to deliver.
We do not accept your rule. We cannot give up. You cannot change your fate. Humanity will be the final victor.
Stagger anyway.
We do not accept your rule. We cannot give up. I'm stronger than this. I will win.
I don't even care if they hit me with Heartless Angel here. I'm almost fucking dead anyway.
I'll shatter you!
God's power's too much. We're taking the new world. We cannot give up. Take this!
Just trying to throw all my magic out there and hope I can some way, somehow stagger him. It's not gonna happen though. All I need is one ether. One ether. That's all I needed.
Humanity will be the final victor.
The torment is
Cannot give
yours!
up. So this is fate.
Alright. Is there any way I can get my hands on an ether?
You have to.
Nog, why don't you have ethers for sale? Why? I don't understand. Damn, I don't even have my best blitz on. Holy fuck. Attack at 2.1. Well, yeah, wait. Yeah, no, I don't have it. What am I doing? Alright. This might be enough.
Right, it's a promise, Coop. Is this?
Alright, we're doing this shit right here, right now. We're finishing it.
Bonaventure.
Yeah, I don't know how reasonable it was for me to just figure out, hey, you just need to spam overclock at the start of the battle and spam magic on him to stagger him. And once he's staggered, he's gonna stay fucked for 10 minutes. Like, it feels really cheesy, actually. I mean, like, honestly, it feels like the only way you can fight him. Because it feels like the only way. I mean, maybe there's some commands you can get your hands on that can really stagger him. I don't know what. But especially with everything I have on me right now, like, I don't see any other way possible to beat him besides just using overclock again and again, spamming magic to stagger him. And then once he's staggered, he just stays fucked for longer than any enemy in the whole entire game, it seems like. Then you can just wail on him and hopefully you can kill him before he unstaggers. If you're using Blitz though, like I was, you might not be able to. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's somewhat reasonable for someone to just come up with the idea of, hey, well, you know what, maybe if I just spam overclock, that slows down time, right? And I can just spam magic that way, and that should help me have a better chance of staggering them. Let me try that out. Maybe I can stagger them that way. Like, I guess it's within reason for somebody to come up with that. On their own. I just couldn't. It doesn't help really though that I've kind of rarely used overclock. Because I've always been just trying to save my EP for cures, arises, you know, stuff like that. So I've rarely ever had overclock on the mind to use. Genius did strike me though in that Caius fight at the end when he's just fucking wailing on you. Genius did strike me then like, oh shit, I should use overclock. I can finish him off probably if I use overclock and I slow him down and I'm able to just wail on him instead of him wailing on me. But Genius could not strike me again. I did try and use overclock though, actually. One time in this fight. I didn't use it right at the start of battle, but I did use it. I did try it out, but I just didn't. I didn't see how. I didn't see how it was going to help me. And honestly, like the fight I just had with him, like in the beginning, it didn't seem like it was going to work for me then either. Like I was using overclock and spamming magic on him, but it really didn't seem like his stagger gauge would stay active. But I just kept working on it, and eventually it did. And eventually I was able to stagger him there at the end.
I must try and the weeds. Prove your worth as a goddess.
Take this!
Purification is nigh.
Should try to look for heavy guards.
I will win, even if it kills me.
Rejoice in the light.
I couldn't guard. I could not fucking guard. I mean, you just cannot. There's certain timings that you just can't guard.
No.
Like she jumped up in the air using blitz. I could not guard at that point. You can't guard like that right there. You cannot guard. There's like a certain small window. I feel like there's a couple of them. With her using her blitzes that you can just not guard. That's me using blitz. Like I don't have to use the blitz. There's other things you can try and use the blitz. So that's just kind of like, I guess, the drawback of blitz, because blitz is fucking. It just has seemed like blitz has been very, very powerful. Like even now still. Like I've been using blitz for the longest time at this point.
Now feel my strength! This is your grave!
Rejoice in the light.
You cannot change your fate. We're taking the new world.
We define the new world.
Our future belongs to us. The chaos will be your
Rejoice in the
grave.
light.
We're taking the new world.
No future. Rejoice in the light.
I couldn't. I tried to guard there, and I just got stuck at a point where I couldn't guard no more. Sounds like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself, and I guess I am, but
Rejoice in the light.
really, like I said, you can just kind of all chalk it up to, well, that's the risk you take using Blitz.
You will die.
That's the drawback of Blitz.
Rejoice in the light.
There might be moments when you can't get out of it and guard.
Do not accept your rule.
Rejoice in the light.
We do not accept your rule. So, this is the true face of God. Whatever happens, you will. Sleep now. May you restore.
Ow.
We're taking the new world. We're taking the new world. The Cape. Our future belongs to us. God is dead!
Oh, shit. Thought that was gonna end sooner than it did.
We cannot give up. You cannot change your fate. God is dead!
So I don't think it matters if I back up or not. I just need to
Cannot change.
make sure my HP is. I have a lot of. Make sure I have a lot of HP. And make sure.
Future belongs to us. Humanity will be the
I mean, this schemata right here with a lot of HP, 13,000. Just wait it out. And make sure to guard just to be safe. There you go. Oh fuck, no, don't de-protect him. I was about to just go ham with the ultimate weapon, but let's make sure to de-protect him first. Let's go ahead and next potion.
We do not. We cannot give up. You cannot change your fate. This is your grave! You cannot give up.
Die. Yeah.
Resist no more. Come to your god. Goddess is born.
You're fighting the goddess of death now. The chaos will be your grave. You cannot change your fate.
Wretched fool.
We cannot give up.
The light flows to transcendent. Wretched fool.
Ah, shit.
I'm stronger than this.
Resist.
Yep.
God is dead! You cannot change. We do not accept your rule.
I think I just need to go ahead and use one.
Wretched fool.
Oh my god. Oh, fuck down. How many times do I have to get fucking hit now? All of a fucking sudden. All in a fucking row. Seems like every fucking time. I'm either getting hit or I'm not.
Now!
I thought there's no way I didn't guard against that. Fuck this game.
Wretched fool.
I'm either getting hit again and again and again, or I'm fucking not. There's no in between.
I'm stronger than this. I will win, even if it kills me.
You resist. The stars.
Good. I'm glad I fucking made it with my little bit of HP left to this point. At least he's not hitting me with this when I have a shit ton of HP.
Can't fall.
Yep.
Whatever happens, you will die.
The light and its power is all mine. Wretched fool.
Now feel my strength! I will win, even if it kills me.
Ah, I tried to get greedy there. I tried to get that last hit in that fucking combo with the ultimate weapon. Then use guard.
Come to my stars. Wretched fool. You resist.
I've got to recover here. We cannot give up. This is your grave! Whatever happens, rule.
The light flows through, transcendent.
We cannot give up.
You resist?
Dude, I feel like I haven't consistently guarded. Oh my god. What are you doing? Okay, well. I didn't like how phase 3 went.
Against God himself? You shall
Started off good, but then I don't know, I just cannot fucking stop anything.
You tried to take on humanity, and that was your mistake. See if you like.
Oh my, stupid. Well, I fucked this up. I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. Just like that.
This.
Why am I such a glutton for punishment?
You're taking a new world. Drowning chaos! The chaos will be your grave.
almighty vengeance is mine to deliver.
We're taking the new world. Humanity will be the final victor. Yeah. God is dead.
Fuck! Oh, they killed him! Oh my god. Not the prettiest win. Not the prettiest win at all, but I'll fucking take it. Oh my god. I deserve to lose that fight, actually. But I'll fucking take it. That just kind of proves that to win, I feel like to win this fight, they made you have to do some bullshit. Honestly, like that just kind of proves it. I fucked that fight all up at the end. I fucked it all up at the end, but I was still able to win. Yeah, I feel like they really try. Anyway, my bad. Sorry about that, but yeah, I just felt like they made you. They forced you to just have to get really creative. Not even creative, really, but the game just pulls out some bullshit, and it forces you to do that last phase a certain way. A very certain way. you know what you're doing, you can just make that final phase a joke. Like an absolute joke. So it's just, I don't know, just, I feel like at the end of the day, like it was just a questionable decision. Because honestly, the whole fight, the first two phases, like, once you learn them, once you kind of get used to how the fight goes and everything, they're not so bad. The third phase, really, it's not bad either. I mean, I was having trouble with the third phases, I think. You know, half the time when I was getting hit, it was just my fault. Half the time it was because Blitz would counter-react to me. Like Blitz would backfire on me at certain times and I couldn't guard. But the first three phases are fine. You just gotta learn them. Learn what to do. Obviously, have an ultimate weapon helped a lot. You need ultimate weapon. Like, I should, you know, I wish I had just gotten that from the start. But whatever. You know, it's kind of ridiculous though that you need to fucking get a certain weapon to be able to do the final boss fights. I mean, I really don't see how I could have done those final boss fights reasonably without the ultimate weapon. That fucking made a huge difference. So just some questionable decisions for this final boss fight. All that being said though, if I were to play this game again one day, I think quite possibly I can really diminish the aggravations I bumped into playing this game for the first time, because really I only had two big aggravations: the snow boss fight and the Benevelza final boss fight. But knowing what I know now, save Snow for one of the last days, and knowing what I know now for the Benevelza fight, like, those won't be as aggravating, hopefully, and nothing else will become aggravating as well. So hopefully I can really diminish the aggravation in this game. And once you do that, this game is really not bad. Unlike a game like Final Fantasy XIII, because the last 2/3 of that game, 2/3 is a lot, you really can't get around the aggravations of the fights in that game, and they're just constant. But anyway, I need to wrap this up. How does this shit end? Why am I getting an item? That's the final boss fight of the game, right? There's nothing else after this, right?
Benevelza!
It cannot be. The light, so brilliant, brighter than gods. A new world. A beautiful new world.
It belongs to humanity now. There's no place for you there.
No. I will not accept it. I will not allow it. I feel it. I feel grief and pain. I feel anger. Goddess of death, I cast you out into the chaos, into the shadows of death.
Yes, that's what I plan to do. The goddess of death is gone, and there's no one to control the chaos. Someone has to take Etro's place and protect the cycle of life. That someone is going to be me. But before I do, I'm going to take you into the chaos with me!
Is that your last resort? Your final desperate ploy? Do you think you can survive me? The power of divine light is mine!
It's too late for that. You have the power of a god, but you have the power of a human inside you as well. And now that human is going to destroy you. It's the final act in the death of a god. I bring you salvation! This is the last soul I'll save! Hope! I'll set you free!
Lightning.
Go.
Lightning!
Do you see it? Go. It's a new world. A world of hope. And it's waiting for you to be born again. You are their hope.
I can't see you. Where are you? Light! What's going to happen to you?
No. You can't turn back or you'll never leave. I have to stay behind. Someone has to control the chaos. I have to keep it safe forever. The new world, and you, and all of humanity. So go and live.
Don't leave me. I don't want to be alone.
Sarah.
Not quite. What's in here?
Me? You're not really her?
No. I'm just a fake made by God. I'm missing something important. Just like you are.
Yes, it's true. God cut part of me away when I woke as the Savior.
No. It wasn't God's doing. Do you want to know who it was? You.
What?
It happened a long time ago. You wanted so much to be strong.
Yeah, didn't we already kind of figure that out?
Fast, you got rid of everything that made you weak. So you never have to
That's
back
what,
down. So no one could ever make you cry.
That's what Lumina was.
You locked your
The part of her
heart
that
away.
was missing.
Do you remember? What you tried to do? You tried to kill me.
You're me. Young. Weak.
I'm Claire Farron. Her selfishness, her loneliness, her fear. That little bit of your soul that you couldn't accept. You look like you're home. Like you belong in the chaos.
I have no choice. Someone has to stay behind to keep the new world going.
And that's how you hide your true feelings. You convince yourself with logic. You make it sound rational to cut away parts of yourself. You deserve to be alone.
Is this gonna turn into a boss fight?
Sarah! No! Wait! Don't go! Please! Don't!
I think Lightning was basically just talking to herself there.
Help me.
Is a song with lyrics about to break out? Hope, my boy. Hope kind of sounded like his old self from Final Fantasy XIII again.
Let's go.
Here at the end, when we saved him from Benevelza.
Sarah, you came to save me. Even though you were never real.
Yes, I was a fake. Sarah's soul wasn't inside me. But I could imagine it. I could imagine what the real Sarah would feel.
Oh, I'm starting to get lost here.
I tried to think the same thoughts as she would, and I imagined the love that she must have felt for you. God hadn't given me a heart, but even so...
So the fake Sarah that...
dream?
The fake Sarah that God created?
But the feelings became real.
Is helping us out here?
I always have.
Yeah, Hope just basically, to touch on that some more, like just the way Hope was talking, he kind of sounded more like himself from Final Fantasy XIII instead of how he was in this game, under God's control. Under Benevelza's control.
The old world is dying, and your myths will die with it! In the new world, we won't need God! Odin! I'll never!
We'll never give up! That's right! Even if we die!
Someone will take up the torch.
Your reign is over! We hope in the face of despair. That makes us strong! You're here.
What is that?
Those lights. Are they the souls? Everyone?
All of humanity going to be reborn.
Hey! Did I miss the reunion? Old man, you're late again! We were looking for something, but we found it.
Yeah, we found hope.
Hey! You gonna join us?
It's kind of funny. It's funny that
Sarah!
essentially it seems like he can play this game and play 13 too.
Lightning. I'm here. I can
And never
fight it.
find Saz until the very fucking
I
end
need your help.
when he just pops up.
Know this, Benevelza. It wasn't just me that destroyed you. You've been defeated by a power that you never understood. A power that you cannot see. It comes from the bonds of love that unite us. Together. We change the world. We don't need God anymore.
The living don't need a god, but the dead do. A god to protect them. A god of salvation.
We shall become that god. We will rule over the unseen realm. And from there, we will look over the cycle of death and rebirth. We will live. We will live in the shadows of death.
I won't let you!
You want to die with her?
No! I want her to live! She can't die! Not after all this!
If it is your wish, you will die in her place.
Go ahead. Do your worst.
Then swear on your life. Keep her safe.
She is the last of us. Only she can be free. Caius has released her from the fate of the Cirrus.
Is it over? Is God really dead?
He's fallen into the unseen realm. Does that mean he's destroyed? Or merely sleeping? I don't know. Maybe one day he'll return. But even if he does, it doesn't matter. We'll win again.
It's happening.
We can go.
I'm going with them, Kupo. Kupo.
We'll meet again.
Kupo!
It's time. The time of crystals and gods is over, vanished into a past that no longer is. Humankind will be born afresh. Ours is a new future, bright with promise. Sometimes shadows will darken our path. We shall tremble in fear before the night, but we won't be alone. We will reach out our hands. And in the warmth of another hand holding our own, we will know hope. We will survive and prosper. The Crystal Age is just a legend from before the world was born. And it ended before you were born.
Well, that concludes Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII and the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy as a whole. And what a trilogy it was to go through. What an experience. They're not great games. I'll start there. None of the games in the 13 trilogy really caught my fancy. But they did have highs. And they had lows. To me, the game in the trilogy with the highest highs, I have to say, is Final Fantasy XIII. First of the trilogy, but that game also had the lowest of lows, and it was just overall the most aggravating. But the story was the best. I just think the feel of the game was the best from beginning to end. But 13 definitely had its flaws. 13-2 fixed a lot of those flaws. It was still, like, gameplay wise, it was still basically the same game. Like, they have the same system. They play the exact same. 13-2 just has, it just does a couple of things differently. It has a couple of extra stuff you can do. But 13-2, gameplay-wise, is better than 13. Mainly, like 90% of it really, though, to me, is just because the game just doesn't allow itself to get aggravating. Like, fights in 13-2 don't let themselves get aggravating. It doesn't take you forever to whittle down an enemy's HP. You just get through them quicker. They're just more tolerable. The changes, because 13-2 does have other quality of life changes, and they're nice. I mean, they're nice. But that's not what made 13-2 so much better than 13. Gameplay-wise, it was just because the way they developed the game, they just programmed enemies to be more tolerable to take out. Bosses more tolerable to take out. And that goes a long ass way. But I don't want to just gloss over the quality of life improvements that 13-2 had. because it did have them. Like being able to switch between Noah and Sarah instead of just being stuck as one character. That's cool. It takes Noah and Sarah both to die to get a game over in 13-2, opposed to just the character you're playing as in 13. So that's cool. Switching your paradigms was quicker. That was cool. There's probably a couple others I'm forgetting. And then this game, the gameplay in this game arguably overall I think is my favorite, not by a lot. I think the way this gameplay works in this game, I think is slightly better than how 13 and 13-2 did it. Like, this game had a really cool idea of just being able to run around and explore, and you have a time limit, right? Make sure you do the plot important quests. You got to get them done. But if you get them done, you manage your time correctly, get as many side quests as you can get done. That's the name of the game. I thought, I just thought they would getting as many side quests done as possible. I thought that would turn into something more than what it was. I think it didn't turn into anything really. Like, I thought maybe this game had multiple endings, and the more side quests I completed, the better ending I got or something. Doesn't seem like the case. I think it's just you want to do side quests because that's how you fucking increase your stats. So honestly, like, I'm not saying the game had to have multiple endings, but I wish they could have done something to reward you more for doing as many side quests as you could do in the limited time you have. Instead of, the more side quests you do, the better your stats. I like side quests, but I don't like side quests. It just seems like whenever games have side quests, they're not really interesting. They're just busy work. And the problem I have, and this is just a total personal problem, but like, even if they're just busy work, monotonous side quests, like, I can't shake the feeling of, I want to try and do as many as I can, try and do them all. Like, I don't want to give up on them. Like, I can't just be I just can't be satisfied just dipping my toes in side quests. I've gotten better about that though, because I had to learn the hard way with Xenoblade Chronicles. That's a whole nother story, but so in a way, I kind of like you're on a time limit to do side quests here, because without the time limit, who knows? I might would have tried to have done my best to complete every single side quest in this game. Probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Probably wouldn't have had enough will to do that. But if it's something I can do, if it's something I legitimately think I can do, I want to try and do it. That's just how I am playing games, for the most part. I don't mind when games are linear. Because, it's cool to play a big open world game. But it can be overwhelming, and it just makes me feel like, oh shit, I need to explore everything. I need to do everything I can, and then you just spend hours and hours on a game, and then you might get burnt out on it, but you want to finish it still. And this game is not a big open world game, but it just has more of an open world feel than 13 and 13-2 did, definitely. 13 was super linear, obviously. Like I said, I don't mind linear games, but even I can admit that 13 was lazily linear. And they could have done a better job than that. So all that being said, if you look at the 13 trilogy, my opinion, 13 had the highest highs for me, but also had the lowest lows. Lightning Returns did have a couple of big annoyances, big questionable decisions, I would say. But I think if I were to replay this game, I can fucking get around that shit, potentially. And I think also this game has a lot of replayability. 13-2 is kind of like the safest game in the middle. Like the highs aren't but so high for me, but the lows aren't but so low. It's just a safer game to get through without getting aggravated. I think that's why that's most people's favorite game in the trilogy. But all that being said, if I had to pick a favorite game in the trilogy right now, I think I would pick Final Fantasy XIII, the first of the three. That's probably a big. It's probably a big statement on my part. But I think that's how I feel. And I think I rate this game second, and then 13-2. But honestly, they're all so close together. None of them are. I wouldn't rank any of them high on my favorite Final Fantasy games list. And it's kind of a shame. These games could have been so much better than what they were. And honestly, I don't know why 13-2 and Lightning Returns exists. Kind of. Like, at the end of the day, 13-2's story was okay. Like, it ended up being interesting enough in the end, even with all the time travel shenanigans. And I've stated before many times that I just can't get into time travel shit. And that's still true. But even for a time travel game, like when it was all said and done, I was like, okay, 13-2, it was okay. Like, story-wise, it was okay. Lightning Returns, story-wise, was pretty interesting. I'll give it credit. It was just an interesting concept. I don't think they needed to use the characters of Final Fantasy 13 to do this. But what I want to say is that Final Fantasy 13, the first game of the trilogy, it had such a storybook ending. Like, the sequels, 13-2 and Lightning Returns, just feel tacked on, Like, how close these games came out to each other, and how unpopular 13 was, and still is mostly. But, like, the overall controversial reception that 13 got, you wouldn't think that would motivate them to make sequels for the game. Like, I think it sold good, but like, what Final Fantasy game doesn't? Like, I think 13 didn't sell as good as previous Final Fantasy games. But considering how close the games are to each other, like, it seems like you would think that they had always planned this to be a trilogy. But 13-2 and Lightning Returns just seem so tagged on that it almost seems like they weren't planning to do a trilogy. Like, they made 13, they made a storybook ending for 13, and then they just kind of made up the story for 13-2 and Lightning Returns afterwards. And maybe that is what they did. Maybe they had plans to do a trilogy for 13, but they weren't sure if they were going to do it. So they just made 13 how they wanted to make it. They made the story how they wanted to make it. So if that was the only game they did, they had that. But if they wanted to do more games, they could do that. They could come up with some. They could tag something on, whatever. At the end of the day, I just kind of hate that I ran into trouble playing this game. Like I wish it could have been a more smoother experience. At least I beat Snow on my own. I've spent forever trying to do it, but at least I was eventually able to do it on my own. There was I just don't think there was any way I was gonna do Benevelza on my own. I would have come to the conclusion that I just needed to spam overclock again and again and again and use magic. And like I said, like when you first start doing it, it doesn't really seem like it's gonna work, but then all of a sudden, like at the very end of doing this, like, oh shit, this is gonna work, and then you stagger them, and then the fight is just, as long as you have what you need to be able to kill them in a decent amount of time, you can kill them. But yeah, I mean, I thought the game, like the concept of how the game was and what you had to do, I thought it was interesting. But I think also that games are just better with a more linear storytelling structure. And what I mean by that is because in 13, in this game, Lightning Returns, in this game, it kind of just feels like you're mostly doing side quests. It just doesn't feel like enough notable shit's going on all the time. Like it feels like something notable will happen, and then you're doing more kind of like monotonous stuff. Then something else notable will happen. And it really just comes down to how you choose to play the game, right? Like if you decide to do a bunch of side quests in a row, and then do like the main quest, but even in the main quest, like they can feel like they kind of drag on, and it takes you a while to get to something interesting. Like in the Wildlands, for example, you have to like go around and like you're talking to people about the special chocobo, and you're trying to figure out how to save it, and that feels like it kind of drags on for a little while. Then you finally get to that dungeon where Caius is, and that's where things get a little interesting. I think in the end, I would just kind of feel like a more... I mean, I would say in the end, I would just prefer a more older school, like, game and how it presents its story in the Final Fantasy series. I guess a more linear game. And it's as different as Final Fantasy XIII felt, the first game in the trilogy, as different as that game felt from previous Final Fantasy games, it still felt similar at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like that still felt like a true main-titled Final Fantasy game. Now, that might be a very controversial statement, but you still had, like, the multiple characters in your party that you could use and switch in and out, and you really couldn't do that toward, like, the end of the game, I know, but you still had, like, multiple characters that you could switch in and out in your party, and you would switch between them, and, like, even when they're split up, you would still switch between them in the story, and, you know, different characters could do different things and help in battle different ways, and the story and how the story was presented just felt more traditional versus, you know, like 13-2 a little bit, and especially Lightning Returns here. Like 13-2 a little bit, and Lightning Returns, they didn't, you know, their storytelling method didn't feel as traditional and just like given to you in a linear kind of way. Which is not a big deal, but I'm just saying I think I prefer the more so linear way. But anyway, this was Lightning Returns. It's not a bad game. Rarely do I play a Final Fantasy game and I'm just like, well, what a shitty game that was. Like, I don't even think I have played a Final Fantasy game where I was like that. This is not a game I don't think I'll ever get really excited to play again, but I can see myself playing this game again one day. I don't know if I'll ever play the 13 trilogy all in a row ever again. That might be too much to do. Alright, is there going to be anything else here? Probably. I'm just saving this. Nope, that is the end, just like that. Man, it should have been, like, the epilogue should have been Snow and Sarah finally getting married, and, like, Lightning and Sarah have a moment right before, maybe Lightning even walks her down the aisle or something. That would have been neat. I feel like they could have done something in the epilogue to, like, show all the characters one last time in a everyday life kind of setting, all happy and shit. See Yul with Noel again, and maybe even Fang and Vanille hook up. See Hope with his parents, because it was strongly suggested that they were going to be back alive in the new world, which makes sense. Like, I had even, I should have said something, but I had even thought of, like, holy shit, with people coming back to life in the new world and shit, maybe Hope's mom will be back in there. His dad could have still been alive anyway because of time shenanigans. Because his dad didn't, I don't know. Like, what? I guess his dad would have still been dead. Are characters like... Nah. I was about to say something like, is a character like Snow 10 years older? Because I guess when the Chaos broke free at the end of 13.2, that's like way into the future from Final Fantasy 13. That's probably why we don't see the rest of the Nora gang, because they probably just died. Holy shit. Okay, so let's back this up and go back to the beginning here. Like, at the end of 13.2, the time period that the Chaos took control of the world, that was like hundreds of years later, at the very least 100 years later, from where 13 left off. So we kept like going more into the future, jumping around and shit, and that's where we ended up. In the future, like 100 and something years later, Hope was 10 years older, but then he like went into the future, like he went into a chronostasis sleep for 100 years and was in the future with this like built up city, built up shit. And that's when the Chaos broke free. And Hope's dad had died before then. See, I'm not sure if Hope's mom and dad could have been in the New World, because I feel like the New World would have just been everybody who died at the point the Chaos took control of the world and onward. Like if you died that day the Chaos broke free, onward, then you would go to the New World. Like I don't know, because Hope's parents died before then. You see what I mean about time travel shenanigans? Like it just makes everything, it just throws a fork into everything. But no, but that seems pretty simple enough. Like Hope's parents were dead before the Chaos erupted, so they should not be in the New World. And the Nora gang should not be there either, because they were still in the past hundreds of years ago, or 100-something years ago, before the Chaos erupted. Like they were back in that time. Sarah left with Noel. They were left on the... They were left at New Yevon, and they never saw Sarah, or Noel, or Snow ever again. They just stayed in that time and grew old and died. Rip Nora. But I don't know, if Hope's parents can somehow be in the New World, I don't see why Nora can't be. But we'll never know. But anyway, that just... whatever. Yeah, this... It was an alright game. It was okay. It was alright. It was okay. You know. Got my ass kicked a couple of times. Got really frustrated and aggravated, and you know, I think still at the end of the day there's some questionable decisions, you know, that they made in this game. And that's why those boss fights were as hard as they were. Like, I feel like, you know, me doing the area that needs to be done second, and then getting to the final boss of that area, and him just kicking my ass to a bloody pulp, and that being so difficult. I feel like that's more on the game and the people making the game than it is on me. Like, I feel like they made Snow too hard than they should have. I feel like they made the final boss too hard than it should have. Like, I shouldn't need to get ultimate weapon. Like, why would you make a fucking weapon so much better than other weapons like that? Like I need this weapon to beat the final boss. And why'd you make the final phase so weird like you did? But anyway, even with all that, not a bad game. It's alright. If they were, you know, it's funny, these games have never been re-released. Final Fantasy XIII, like, let's just not count 13-2 and Lightning Returns right now. Final Fantasy XIII, a main title Final Fantasy game, and I would count 13-2 and Lightning Returns as main titled Final Fantasy games, but let's just pretend like 10-2, 13-2, Lightning Returns, they're not main titled games, or let's count them anyway. Whatever. We can just say the whole 13 trilogy as a whole. Main title Final Fantasy games. 1 through 16 now. And the only other ones I would include would be 10-2, 13-2, and Lightning Returns. The 13 trilogy, they're the only games not to get re-released. I feel like it's time for these games to get re-released in some way, shape, or form. At least the first game, Final Fantasy XIII. And here's what I want to get into. If they do release Final Fantasy XIII one day, I hope they make adjustments to the game. Like, I'm not, like, don't make a remake of the game, but just when you re-release it, like, change shit, make the game less frustrating to play, if nothing else. And or give us multiple difficulties to play in. If we do want to play in the hell that the game was when it originally came out, we can, or make a difficulty that's easier. I would have no shame playing Final Fantasy XIII in the easier difficulty than what I played that game in. And it would be all the better game because of it. Definitely, I would say, out of the 13 trilogy, 13 would... It has more to gain. It has more to gain from a re-release and a touch-up. But anyway, everybody, this was Lightning Returns. This was me completing the 13 trilogy. So what's next in my marathon? We are at the very end of it. So what's after 13? You would think 14, right? That's where you're wrong. Because we're not doing the MMOs. We're not touching them. So I'm playing Type 0 instead. And we're gonna play that game. Because that's not a game that... That's not a game that has bad reviews and a bad reception. So anyway, yeah, we'll play that game. That could be a mistake. But I have the game. We're gonna fucking play it. Fuck it. That's what's next. And then 15, and then 16. I'll finally play my PS5. It has just been sitting. It's been sitting unopened in a box under my bed. I shit you not. I know I'm a madman, but I wanted to play that for the first time with Final Fantasy 16. I wanted Final Fantasy 16 to be my first game for it. So that's coming sooner than you think. And honestly, by the time I'm done with 16, 7 Rebirth will probably be out. So we'll probably play that game then. You think the marathon's going to end with 16? Nope. It'll probably end with 7 Rebirth. Yeah. That's probably what's going to happen. But we'll see. Because 7 Rebirth is coming out at the end of January, right? The very end of January? Let me look that up real quick. But I believe the very end of January. It is now the very end of October. So I have 3 months. Maybe I can beat Type 0, 15, 16 before 3 months. I can see Type 0 being a very short game. Like if it takes me 2 months to beat the games, then I'll have a month. I probably will play a game or two before 7 Rebirth comes out, and therefore 16 will be the end of the marathon. Yeah. Oh, then in February. Okay, shit. 4 months then. Yeah, we definitely could finish the marathon before 7 Rebirth comes out. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well. Anybody who tuned in to this Let's Play of Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII, thank you. And I hope to see you in the next Let's Play.